Picks and Parlay family, it's me, Detroit Lenny, here with another episode of Bet Win Repeat Show. It's Friday. It's F Around and Find Out Friday. It's Playoff Friday. It's if you think March Madness was crazy, wait till you add in some Stanley Cup playoffs and some NBA playoffs. That round ball they play on the hardwood, they bounce. They're going to do that stuff too. I've got Nick Earl here with me today. I just realized this thing is like out, whatever. So appreciate him stopping by. We're talking a little bit of everything. Got some baseball talk. There's a lot of baseball going on today. Yesterday was a weird day with like 5 games, and one of them got postponed, rain delayed or something like that. So
yeah, it was crappy.
Yeah, it wasn't great. You guys, speaking of baseball though, you guys, Earl Sports Bets, #1 handicappers on picksandparlays.net in baseball. That's still true as of today. That was yesterday. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you guys are right there. I think we were far enough ahead for first place where we went, I think 0-1 because we had Cubs run line, which was postponed, and we had the Diamondbacks, which lost. Okay. Yeah, I believe we're still in first place on the site though.
All right, there you go. I like that. Now also NHL playoffs, our favorite time of the year. Me and you, I know that we talked in depth.
I've already bet 4 series as well, and I've already bet 1 game for tomorrow. So
I truly believe that we've talked this, me and you personally, just that the NHL playoffs better than any playoff in any sport. Period.
Come at me. It's better than any playoffs. Agreed. I'll even put it up against March Madness. Nothing compares to the Stanley Cup playoffs. It just doesn't.
If you're into hockey, nothing compares to the Stanley Cup playoffs. If you're just the average person that's whatever, maybe not. Like, you know why March Madness is such a popular sport? It's because everybody does a bracket in their pool at their work. Like, it's just floating around the office.
We should do a bracket challenge for the NHL. Just put that there.
Yeah. That's a lot of work.
We should do a bracket challenge for the NHL.
We should. The problem is the NHL, the bracket's so small. How do you do that? I know another place that's doing it, and I know
you do it. You do it for games. You'll predict the series winner and how many games,
and then how many games, right?
Yep.
We didn't have as many people in our March Madness contest as we would have liked. So I don't know how many we'll get in the NHL pool as well. I don't know why, but we don't, for whatever reason, everybody will play every contest but brackets. We had a lot of people in the monthly contest over on the Facebook page. Speaking of, let me give you guys an update on that real quick. Let me pull this up. I can do this here. I can do this correctly. Look at me doing stuff. Let me pull this down. Here's basically your leaders here. Robert. I mean, this is through the 18th. Yesterday, 36 picks. Robert Harrison, 23, 11, and 2. That's a hell of a month so far. Danny Daniels, Juan Miguel, 23 and 13 as well. Right behind him, Eugene, Daniel Alexander, Velko, 22 wins. Ramon, I'm 20, 14, and 2 on this month. And I'll be honest with you, I'm only betting like Tigers no bat 9 inning or Tigers unders or Tigers nerfies because they can't score. So I just gotta hope that we get through. If I can get through the top of the first, I feel really good about getting through the bottom. If the Tigers are at home, so these are your leaders. Everybody that made the cut. There was a lot of you that did not. But this is the cut stats. So that's what we're rolling with there. Talk to me about baseball. What are you liking in some baseball today?
Yeah, not as big of a slate. Here, let me that book off to the side because that's my other book.
Get the right binder.
Yeah, get the right book out so I write down all my plays too. Not a huge card for me. I only have 7 plays in the MLB today, and for me that's lower volume, and that's one thing I think I've done a little bit better of this year. It's not betting every game. But yeah, and we'll start with the game that starts in about an hour.
Marlins.
The Miami Marlins are playing, and one thing Tim and I have done every single game so far this season is take the Miami Marlins and look at the opposing team they're playing and bet them. So I'm on the Cubs -128.
You're big on the Cubs all year, though, right?
I am this close to moving on the Cubs to win the National League and the World Series. They're my dark horse this year. They are my dark horse to go really far this year because I think stylistically speaking, they match up great against LA or Atlanta. And I put that in my bold predictions just before the season started that they make the CS at least. Okay. And then if they do, I have 14-1 for them to win the CS. Is the way I'm thinking about this. I haven't moved on it yet. I'm very interested in moving on it. I haven't yet though. Okay. So there's that. But yeah, I'm on the Cubs to start the day there. I'm -128.
Okay. I believe I'm on. I think I'm on the Cubs run line. I'm on the Cubs run line at +110. And then, yeah, I'm on Michael Busch over 1.5 total bases. Might have stolen.
Yeah, I've heard a lot. I thought I heard that Michael Busch is not in the lineup today.
Yeah. Okay then. Well, there goes that. But it'll just be voided, whatever. I like the Cubs though. I'm on the same boat as you as far as the Marlins are going to compete for the poorest team in baseball. I'm not as high as you on the Cubs for the season predictions, but Cubs run line. I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if they just beat the ever-living shit out of the Marlins. AJ Puke on the mound as a Puck, whoever. And then we get Talon on the mound. This is his first show up for the Cubs, right?
Yes, this is his first game of start of the year.
Yeah, I like that. My degenerate parlay, just so we get that out, so Nick could start making fun of it right now, is the Guardians and the Phillies money line +147, almost 150. I got.
I like a total in that Phillies game. I did a free pick video on it last night. I took the first 5 under at 4.5.
I just like the White Sox are going to fall right in. They're going to compete with Miami, worst team in baseball. And I'm a fan of Spencer Turnbull. Obviously, former Tiger.
I like Turnbull, and one thing I've noticed this year is last year his fastball got hit an awful lot. That was where he struggled last year was his fastball. He's been more of a changeup, slider, breaking ball type of pitcher now. He's changed his repertoire to where he's kind of figured. That's why he's pitched pretty good to start the year.
Yeah. Listen. I'm a fan of him when he was a Tiger. He's went through the injuries. He's had problems with that. He's healthy. Change of scenery with Philly. I really believe that stuff makes a difference with people, in their psyche and just their mental and how they prepare for that game. And maybe, like you said, he's getting away from more or getting more to the breaking ball pitches and off speed stuff than as opposed to the fastball. I like him in this matchup pitching against the White Sox team. He's familiar. And
also one thing that also makes me like the under, I think there's a good spot for Spencer Turnbull as well because the White Sox against right-handed pitchers rank dead last in WRC plus against righties.
Yeah. So, and then the Guardians, they're playing the A's, and Oakland has lost me money this year.
I am on Oakland first 5. I did take Oakland first 5 at +140. Oakland is a first 5 or nothing team for me though. So
fair. I just think the Guardians are better.
Well, they're a better team.
I don't want to take them on the run line, but I'll take them on the money line. It's juicy, but I won't take it by itself. But I'll take it parlayed. I'm on Philly run line as well, and then I'm on a couple Nerfies. I'm on Houston, Washington. I'm on that Nerfie. Forgetting
Verlander. I want. I think. I'll of course, never mind. I can't. I'm going to say that, but obviously I can't because, freaking Washington's blacked out. I was going to say that's the game I'm probably going to have the most interest in watching without any money on it because I want to see how Justin Verlander looks in his first start back. I wanted nothing to do with betting that game. The markets and the betting markets and the way the lines are moving tells me Verlander pitches well in this game because the line I think has gone for it's moved towards the Astros and it went from an 8.5 down to an 8 if I remember right from my show earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a potential Verlander pitches well spot.
Dude, here's the thing. Houston notorious
bad spot for Washington
low.
as well. They're coming back from a 9-game California road trip. They were in they last played the Dodgers, the Oakland A's, and the San Diego Padres, I want to say. Right? They played the Padres or they played
the Padres or the Mariners?
Maybe it was the Mariners.
But either way, West Coast.
A 9-game West Coast road trip, and you get the Astros who are pissed off from getting it was San Fran, Oakland, LA. I know it was a California road trip. And you have a 6-14 Houston Astros team
with Verlander itching to come back.
Yeah, I've got to find the page I wrote this on. I think the day is.
But
yes.
Gore has.
Yeah, I have a day written down. I have a day written down with these Houston Astros that I will move on futures on them.
So Mackenzie Gore though has pitched well. He's 2-0. He's got a 2.8 ERA, 23
which is why I lean under.
Yeah, I mean this is why I went with the Nerfy. I like the Nerfy personally. I mean, we all know how I feel about that. I got it at -115. I thought it was might be the best Nerfy price I get with Verlander on the mound the rest of the year. So
yeah, I can see that.
You know what I mean? That's kind of where I went with that. I'm going to head over to chat, say hi to some people.
Yeah.
Julie Carly's in the house. What up, Julie? Stop by. Smash the like button. Smash that like button. That's how
So one thing I did write down with and going back to these Houston Astros is I think they're going to be getting healthier soon. Valdez should be coming back soon. Luis Garcia should be coming back soon. They're missing some of their top pitchers. This is why they're struggling. They're having to rely on Hunter Brown and JP France. Like their bullpen's too good to be this bad. So they do play the Nationals for 3 games, which is an easier series. They're in Washington though. They're on the road. They're going to be in Chicago, and it says a neutral site game against Colorado. Then they play the Guardians, the Mariners, and the Yankees. So I have it written down. Granted, I know they are against your Tigers for what this date is written down. I have May 10th written down for them to for that. As May 10th is the day I want to bet futures with the Houston Astros to win the division, to win the American League, to win the World Series. Because the schedule they have to play with the Cubs, the Guardians, the Mariners, and the Yankees is not fun. And then after that, they have the Tigers, which, depending on which Tigers team you get, the Astros can easily out-hit them. And then they get Oakland for 4, Milwaukee, LA, Oakland again, and Seattle. And then Minnesota, who can struggle to hit. St. Louis, who I'm not super high on this year. The Angels. So their schedule gets way easier. Because when you look at the Astros, they're 6-14. Who have they played so far this year? The Yankees for 4. Look how the Yankees are doing. They took 2 out of 3 from Toronto. They played the Rangers for 4. A really good Royals team right off the rip. The Rangers again and the Braves. They've played arguably the toughest schedule in baseball. So I'm looking for once the schedule becomes, not murderer's row, for the Houston Astros to bet them to go win a division and futures.
I didn't know this, though. He got shelled in his minor league warm-up. I don't know if I put a lot of stock into that.
I do not care.
No?
That's just him getting prepared physically to pitch again. That just like how I really don't read into spring training that much either. And I'm up.
Spring training for me is fun. I ain't betting on that shit. I have. I'm not going to say it. Tiger games. I got the Phillies, White Sox, Nerfy. I can't. If anybody with the White Sox, I could see that because they hit terrible. Okay, I get that. But what's his? I'm not saying his name. Garrett Crochet or Crochet.
Garrett Crochet. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that his? Whatever. That dude. I don't know. I found this new favorite bet of mine that I got from somebody. I don't know. I heard it somewhere on a show. Somebody. I'm not even gonna lie and make it up, or didn't find it on my own. Like my no bat 9th inning. I found that shit on my own. I love that bet. This is like betting the opposing. So in this scenario, you would bet Philly to have more than 3.5 at bats in the first inning.
We're talking about that prop again.
Listen, you get a better odds than you would if you just bet a Nerfy.
You mean under 3.5 batters?
No, over. If I say Philly's going to have over, you could go either way. If you like the Nerfy, you could.
I know. I've heard about this prop every freaking day this year with the Dodgers, even though it's like minus 250 for the over. I've heard about it almost every. It's so annoying. I don't care about people. I don't care about people winning laying minus 250 juice. I really don't.
But no. A lot of these you can get good prices. The 250 and the Dodgers, that is what it is. But like in this scenario, if you like a Nerfy, you're also looking at both, not to see it's different because somebody gets walked, you get to that fourth batter, you know what I mean, or something like that, or a wild pitch, not necessarily, or Nerfy, no runs. I mean, you could load the bases, it don't matter. So
I think the Nerfy would correlate with the under 3.5 batters.
Yes, but see, for me, I don't like the Nerfy here in this spot.
I love the Nerfy in this game. Not that I would bet it. I had the first 5 under, and so in my head, see, I had the first 5 under in this game, so in my head, it's 0-0 at the end of 5th. So the Nerfy's going ahead.
That's
like fair. That in my head, when I bet an under, that's what I'm anticipating.
So if you like unders in first 5, because your first 5 better.
Yes.
If you're an under first 5, do you look at the Nerfy as well?
That's my assumption. Like, if I bet an under, I'm not gonna first 5 under, especially full game unders. I don't touch because we all know bullpens are a bunch of failed starters. Cool. Especially the White Sox.
Some of them embrace that shit.
Yeah. Huh?
Some of them embrace it. Like I see.
Andrew Chafin made a shirt that said failed starters.
It is
but
what it is.
I mean, like for that game, I can only look first 5 under with the Phillies White Sox because I don't trust the White Sox bullpen. The Phillies bullpen's fine.
I don't trust nobody on the White Sox.
Starters. No. There's 2 things I trust with the White Sox. They don't score runs, and Garrett Crochet. Crochet, I think, is the best pitcher on that staff. The markets all agree with the under and all that. I love the under in that game. And in my head, if I'm betting a first 5 under, I'm not betting that thinking there's going to be a run scored in the first inning. And if there is, I will bet the first 5 under. I've done that before where Nerfy's hit in my first 5 unders at like 4.5, and I'll grab it under 5.5. And the first 5 will finish 2-1. So like that's something I keep an eye out for is with my Nerfies. Or with my, I don't bet Nerfies. I don't bet Yerfies. I don't bet Nerfies. The only time I have this year is they gave me a boost, I think, and I bet a Yerfie in a Reds game, I think it was. But
I'm on the Nerfie
in my head. If I have a first 5 under, it's 0-0 at the end of the 5, so a Nerfie should hit.
Okay. I want your opinion on Baltimore and Kansas City because it's the Dean Kramer day.
I lean over in that game. I did not bet it. I have no interest in betting it.
I like Kansas City. Man, I hate to admit this, but they're like, I don't want to say they're undercover good team because everybody knows they're a good team. But man, I like Kansas City. I like this. What's it, Alex or Alec Marsh, whatever. Whoever's pitching today for Kansas City. I like him. I don't know. I mean, Baltimore is, that game's I just took a flyer on some plus money at home, to be honest with you. I got Kansas City on the run line plus a run and a half at home minus 135, but then I also sprinkled the money line at plus 120.
Fair.
So, and then I'm on Milwaukee.
I need a really good reason to bet I need a really good reason to bet an Orioles game because I don't like the Orioles. They're a team that I cannot get right. I can't. I bet on them. They I bet against them. They're a World Series contender. I bet an over. They know how to pitch. I bet an under. They don't know how to pitch. So
you just can't get on.
I don't get the Orioles right, so I need a damn good reason to bet it.
That's how I feel about Milwaukee, but I'm on the Brewers today.
That game is
So it's just ugly, right? It's just fucking ugly. But Jason Spurley, Milwaukee fan. I'm not gonna talk trash on your Brewers, but it's a team for me, that I can't get it, like you just mentioned about the Baltimore Orioles. You can't get on the right side. I just can't. If I bet them to win, they're gonna shit the bed. If I bet them to lose, they're gonna have the biggest output offensively they've ever had. You know what I mean? So I can't get on the right side. I try to stay away from them. In this series right here, Milwaukee, St. Louis. St. Louis is bad, but Milwaukee tends to play to their competition. So, that being said, I got 2 player props and I'm on Milwaukee. Okay, so whatever. Michael says he took the Braves team total over 4.5. I don't think I have anything on that Braves game.
I was very interested in the under, the first 5 under. I don't know why. I was interested in the first.
I don't know why. Well, Heaney's not. Listen, here's another thing about baseball. I heard some people talking on this is just me on Twitter or whatever, just randomly scrolling shit. Just in my head, it made me think about it. You can't overreact right now to anybody or anything. Okay, we know the White Sox are bad. We know the Marlins are bad. There's stuff like that. Sure, we just know they're going to be bad. Pending, the hand of God coming down and touching either one of those teams, I doubt they're going to be playoff potential teams this year. Okay, but this is my point here. Heaney is 0-2 with a 6.75 ERA. I don't think that's accurate to the pitcher that he is. So be careful when I heard people out there, well, he's 0-1 and talking about whatever stats on some pitcher. And I was like, that shit, dude, it's 3 weeks into the season. Baseball's such a long season. So tread lightly. Don't put a lot
which is why I find it funny when people are overreacting about what we've seen from the Astros so far.
Yeah, they're terrible. I'm like, dude, they always start slow.
This is a team that's still going to win the American League West.
And you remember Texas started out hot last year.
Yeah,
very hot. First half of the year, they hung on to compete in the playoffs and win that division and all that shit. Got the Braves 4-legger, $100 to win $17.80. Acuna run, Harris run, Zuna run RBI, and Arcia RBI. You guys know I can't. Why you guys put names in here? You know I can't pronounce people's names. And also Phillies, White Sox, Nerfy started at -110, now it's at -130 on FanDuel. Okay. If it goes over 130, I bet the Yerfie, just so you know. If they're -131, for me personally, if it's over 130, I go the other way automatically. Because it's too much. When your NHL is priced -300,
I feel like too many people bet Nerfies to where there's value in Yerfies.
Yeah. Just always bet them to win and you'll be good. Yeah, okay. Let's talk some NHL real quick before we bounce out of here. We got 2 games tomorrow starting the playoffs. East round, game 1. We got Islanders, Canes, Leafs, Bruins. We both kind of talked about this Islanders and Hurricanes game backstage before we started a little bit.
We're going to do a free pick video on that one after the show.
We're going to do a free pick video with that.
They can watch the video?
I'm not going to tell you guys, but we actually agree on it. And you would not think so.
It's the total. It's the total. It's not the side.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. It's the total. It is the total. You want to talk? Well, I don't even want to talk about that game because I want you to tune in, hit the damn like button on the free pick video for the love of God. Watch the free pick video. Leafs Bruins though. Thoughts on that, and then we'll get into series and some stuff.
I don't think I'm betting that game.
Okay.
The Bruins game. I do have a series future on them, or I do have a series prop on that game. But with that being said, I don't think I'm going to be getting into anything like game 1 betting on that one. I want to focus more on game 2s type of thing, where if like the home team loses game 1, you go ahead and you bet them game 2, stuff like that. That's what I'm kind of looking for. I'm not really looking for.
Hockey is so much like that, though. Like, if you know, like, okay, well, this is game 3s. You make good money on game 3s, especially if a team is down 0-2.
0-2 heading home.
Heading home, team. Game 5s. You could make it's so situational, the series.
Yes.
You know what I mean? As opposed to NFL's one game. And
one system I kind of ran last year that was really good was when a team lost by at least 3 goals the game before, you bet them the next game. Like the bounce bets. Yeah. Like that was the Edmonton Vegas series to a T. It felt like every game was a blowout, and you go to the other team the next game and they blow them out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think they all ended like 4-2, 4-2, 4-2, or so, or no, 7-2 or something. It was blowout stuff. But yeah.
But I do have 4 playoff props, playoff series props that I've bet so far, with 3 more in mind if game 1 goes a certain way. So we'll start with the game 1 going a certain way ones, and then I'll click on the ticker that I have for the 4 that I've actually bet. I'm looking at the Vegas Golden Knights if they lose game 1 to Boston at a bigger plus price tag. I'm looking at the Edmonton Oilers at probably a pick 'em price tag or a slight plus price tag if they lose game 1 to the Kings. And I'm looking at the Panthers at probably a pick 'em or a plus price tag if they lose game 1 to the Lightning. Those are the 3 ones that I'm looking for them to lose game 1 and then hop on them at a better price.
Yes.
These are the teams that I'm betting that I've already bet series props on. Starters, this one may be a little bit of a homer pick, but I think this line's just entirely too wide. I'm taking plus 325 with the Islanders. They're the hottest team in hockey heading into the playoffs. They're 8-2-1 the last day, something like that. They received points in their last 8 straight games heading into the playoffs. They're only loss in the last 8 games of the regular season was a shootout loss to the President's Trophy winning New York Rangers. Which the New York Rangers, if they lose game 1, I think are a good little series bet, but they're minus 450 to win the series. So if they lose game 1, they'll be minus 250.
Like game 1 to.
You need them to lose the first 2 games, I think, to have any value on the Rangers in that series. I'm going to be on the Bruins minus 120. This is just my annual tradition of fading the Leafs in the playoffs and asking them to prove me wrong, which they've only proved me wrong on 1 series. So there. A little bit of a public dog in this one. I'm going to be fading. I like Colorado. And I know a lot of love coming in on Winnipeg. They're getting plus money. They have the home ice advantage. They have the better goaltender. Well, guess what? When it comes to the playoffs, the one thing I think is going to cost the Winnipeg Jets is, they play good defense. Their penalty kill is not great. And if your penalty kill is not great, you know who's going to really burn you? Nathan McKinnon and Mikko Rantanen and Cale Makar and this powerhouse Colorado Avalanche team who I think win the Stanley Cup this year. So I'm going to be on the Colorado Avalanche minus 130 favorites in that series. And then a little doggy action here. Nashville plus 140 against the Vancouver Canucks. I had intentions on fading the Canucks in the first round, and you're giving me this type of number with the Predators in this first round. I really like it. And they're the more veteran team. I like the way this team is built a little bit with Roman Josi and Philip Forsberg and Ryan O'Reilly and UC Saros over an inexperienced Vancouver team that'll make the Western Conference Final next year. Not this year. This is a Vancouver team that can dominate the Pacific Division the next couple years, but this is going to be their learning curve year.
I'll give you that. Like, I believe the Red Wings. That's next year for the Red Wings.
Next year, the Red Wings squeak into the playoffs but get bounced in the first round before they make an Eastern Conference Final appearance in 2 years. Type of thing.
I don't know. Should have made the fucking playoffs this year.
Well, yeah.
Whatever, but hey, Washington's there.
They're going to get their ass whooped in round 1, honestly. If you're looking for one series to be a sweep, it's going to be the Rangers over the Capitals. But call me crazy, I'm interested. I want to look on finding a way to back the Capitals in game 1
at plus 200. I love the value. I love the price tag, but I don't see that. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if they fucking. I need to be all worked up with these Capitals, but I don't think I don't think they're close in any game.
I think the Capitals win the first period of game 1.
Yeah, I'd get behind that. I like the over. And you're going to see, now you see a lot of 5.5s. I see all 5.5s actually for the Sunday games, for example. Playoff hockey, lower scoring games and stuff like that. But I think the goddamn Rangers are going to get after their ass and put them to bed early and often. But that's just, I'm probably just bitter because I hate the Capitals, whatever. But I do like the Predators against the Canucks. Speaking of that series, I like the Knights against the Stars in that series.
I like the Knights in 7. And here's the thing that I actually really like that this is a first round series for my Avalanche futures, is that the Avalanche would get the winner of that series if they beat the Jets, which I think there's a very good chance that they beat the Jets. I think the Jets are not built as well for the playoffs as the Avalanche are.
Yeah.
But think about it this way. You're the Avalanche. You play, let's just say 6 games against the Jets. You win 4-2. And then you get to play either the Dallas Stars or the Vegas Golden Knights, who have just fought tooth and nail for 7 games against each other. I think that Vegas series goes 7, which is why I like the Vegas Golden Knights at bigger plus money if they lose game 1, especially in Dallas. And
I was just going to say, you wait for them to lose game 1, right?
Vegas is another team where if they go down 2-0 in this series, I'm still interested in a bigger plus price tag with them.
I'm even more interested.
I'm even more interested because they'll probably give me 4-1 on the Vegas Golden Knights if they're down 2-0 in that series. And you got to keep in mind, Stone hasn't played in a while. Hurdle came back for the last few games of the season. Martinez hasn't played in a while, which will probably magically be back for game 1. They have a few players that aren't up to game speed that I can see them losing game 1, and I have full intentions on betting Dallas game 1 with intentions on with the Vegas Golden Knights winning the series and betting the Vegas Golden Knights at a better price, especially game 3 in Vegas.
So you get Dallas right now. Minus 130, minus 125 to 140 to shop your lines. Like FanDuel has it minus 142. Bet365 has it minus 125. That's your high and your low. 130 seems about everywhere, for Dallas. And I don't hate that game 1. I actually worry if Vegas to win the series, I would worry if they win game 1.
I wouldn't. And if Vegas wins game 1, I'm fine not betting their series prop.
Right.
I only want Vegas at like plus 175 to win the series, though. But I feel like it's too easy, right?
Yeah. That's another thing. Like that's come on, you know what I mean? So, also, I said that I agree on the Nashville one. Kings and the Oilers. Are the Kings worth a shot? Right now, they're plus 175 for the series.
No.
You don't think so? No. I don't know, man. I just think I don't know how much I believe in Edmonton.
I'm getting a phone call. 1 second.
Oh, you're fine. While he does that, I don't know how much I believe in Edmonton. I think that's just my thing. But that's just me in a nutshell. There's a lot of NHL talks for you guys. We're also going to have, let's see, Monday, Sunday. When is these games scheduled? Because I need to do like a rapid fire. We have like 4. Maybe we could do like a game 2s. I could do like a rapid fire game 2 video. Game 2 videos. Look for NBA rapid fires coming tonight for Saturday and Sunday's NBA playoffs. MLB rapid fire is coming tonight for tomorrow's MLB games. Lots of free picks for NBA and NHL playoffs and just your regular MLB stuff. And then, there's a lot coming out tonight. Lots and lots coming out tonight. But that's going to wrap it. Oh, wait, what did Brian Gillihan say? Stars might be tough to beat. All 3 lines are dangerous. I don't disagree with that. I just think Vegas is, I don't know, man. I just don't trust the Stars playoff time. You know what I mean? I don't know. Back to this comment. I skipped it, and I'll get back to it. Garrett is good, but I think the market is giving him too much respect. I got under 6.5 Ks today's game versus Phillies. I guess we'll see. I don't think he goes 3 innings. I don't think he goes 3 to 4. And I think he could probably end up about 5 to 6 Ks. So I don't hate that. I'm betting that. Son of a bitch. You guys got me betting. I'm invested today. And I ain't even, let me player props. Oh, under 6.5 now is the best number I can get is minus 105. But I don't hate that. I will player prop that shit.
Back.
All right. I was just going to wrap it up here. I was going to talk about some NBA. The only thing I got going in the NBA thus far is I'm on the Kings tomorrow.
That's tonight.
Or tonight.
Right?
Yeah.
Tonight.
Not. That's what I'm sorry. I did
I'm
not.
I'm on the Pellies first quarter, first half. Is the way I approach that. A full game, I don't know, but I like them early in this game.
That's fair. I'm just gonna, I'm messing around and finding out. I did a free pick with this yesterday, I think, with somebody. I don't know. They all blend together. And then that Bulls Heat game. Listen, you guys know how I feel about the NBA in general. It's tread lightly. No betting allowed regular season. Now it's nothing but action. But, but I am more of a pick and choose. I'm not like it's a spot.
I bet I have bet 2 series props in the NBA for the first round, and I have not bet any games in the first round yet. I'm going to probably after the show. But I took the Sixers at minus 110 to beat the Knicks in the first round, and I took the Suns at minus 130 to beat the Timberwolves in the first round.
Okay. We're going to have an NBA rapid fire come out here shortly today for Saturday and Sunday's games. That'll drop here soon. We got an MLB rapid fire coming out tonight. Bunch of free pick stuff. This is going to be a busy week or next week or two with playoffs and stuff. At least the first round. Once teams start to get eliminated, it'll start to settle the hell down. But that's going to be it. Don't forget. Oh, listen, let me plug. I don't have it made up. $279. I will do this right here. NBA playoff pass. It's $279. Boom. All right. Get all of ESB's NBA premium plays throughout the playoffs, all their plays, all their NBA plays, $279 through the finals. That's for any handicapper on there. But when you get 2 for 1, one guy looks like him, but he's got better hair. His name is Tim. But he can't come on and hang out with us because furniture is more important to Tim.
Unbelievable.
I know. It's just, Tim, it's not important to you, or you just don't love me. It's fine.
Yeah, he doesn't love it.
So be on the lookout for some free picks. I'm Detroit Lenny, Picks and Parlays. Nick Earl Sports Bets. We appreciate you stopping by, dropping some stuff, talking some playoff action. Look for some more, probably some NHL rapid fire videos or something like that. More playoff talk from Nick Earl for everything. And then don't forget, baseball's not going nowhere. I'm Detroit Lenny. Nick Earl, we appreciate you. Good luck unless you're against us. Take care, folks.